So Psalms 46 has a lot of words of wisdom for us in our life to help us in what we have going on. So let's read these here. Verse 1, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Well, that's very true. It's always good to have God on your side. It's the whole idea of there's no atheists in foxholes kind of thing. Verse 2, therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof, Selah. So we will not fear disasters. I mean, that's what this is: massive earthquakes, land shifting, floods, tsunamis, all kinds of problems. We don't need to fear that if we trust in God. Verse 4, there is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. That's temples. This is verse 5, God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. So this is like the next verse, basically. But this is really fascinating that it's talking about there is a river, the streams thereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. So while there's natural disasters and things going on, there's a river that will be beneficial for the city where the temple is, basically where the tabernacle and things are, that God will be in the midst of this city, and the city shall not be moved, and God shall help that city. So even though there's tumultuousness and craziness going on around us, God blesses. This is that concept of stand ye in holy places kind of a thing. And really a cool idea. And I like that they even use the feminine terms in here for this city that God is protecting and preserving because of the righteousness. I think that's really appropriate there. Verse 8, come, behold the works of the Lord, what desolations he hath made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow. He cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Now this one, in my mind, when I think about this psalm, it brings up thoughts of what the beginning of the millennium might be. Major disasters happening, wars, contentions, things going on, just total craziness around us. And yet the places, those holy places where God wants us to live and dwell, are protected and taken care of. And he's helping those people despite the craziness. And then Christ comes to put it all down and say, we're not fighting any wars anymore. We're not doing anything like that. I am taking over as king of the earth, basically. So in my mind, I get a sense of a lot of that beginning of the millennium type ideas with this psalm here, this chapter. So I look forward in the comments section hearing, what do you think of this chapter? What do you think he's referring to and going on to in here as well? Dan McClellan, if you're watching, I'm sure you're going to have a very unique perspective on what this means, which I look forward to hearing from. I like your stuff. But let's jump on, of course. And after you leave your comments and likes and things, let's jump over to the next chapter.